Oh, I was confused. I think it's loading. Is it a little dark in here? Seems a little bit dark on me, but I think it's okay. I think we're all good. Oh, hell no.
Nick John Smith, you are needed in reception. Nick John Smith to reception.
That's all right. All right, so I think last time I was doing a bunch of extra crap, and I think I decided that what I'm gonna try to do... No, I need to turn this down more. It's still loud as hell in my ears. I think what I decided, though, is that I'm gonna try to actually 100% this game, because I feel like I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I owe it that, you know? I feel.
Got some new gadgets available in my shop for testing.
I owe it my full effort and love.
Caligula?
Wait, what?
But it's been a while since I played because I took a few weeks off, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing. I think I literally explored like everything in this area. So let me just remember how you play this freaking game. Let's see. So oh yeah, we got rank 7 on our first session. Oh yeah, okay, so we have our powers, and you can upgrade these depending on your credits, and I have gotten everything to at least level 2. And I think I was talking about how levitation, because I feel like this will get me to a lot of areas that I need. So that's something that's on my mind, because it says hold square to compress your lev ball, then release to bounce high in the air. Something tells me that's going to help me get a lot of items. An additional blast. That's nice. Cooldowns. Slow cooker. I can't remember what the other one was that I was thinking of getting, but I think this is definitely important. Definitely. For trying to 100% at least. Yo, what's up, Skelly? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully you have a great Sunday so far. The mother lobe. Oh, report to the mill. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that now. And then this optional mission. I don't understand where to find any of these items, but I want to try and do it. So I'm wondering if it's something I just will find throughout this area, or what. But yeah, there's the mail room. That's where I'm supposed to be going.
Checked in with their mentor must do so immediately. Your mentors are waiting.
That's fine, but what I'm really wondering is, where should I start looking for those items? Oh, and it seems like they do respawn these money, the money in the plants. So,
please report to Agent Forsyth.
because I got this last time. I don't know if it's worth getting every time, but you know, it's free money. All right, so we're gonna continue the story as we should, and then we'll try to figure out where we can get some extra, where we can find some of that stuff, hopefully. Wait, what the hell?
Some new gadgets available in my shop for testing. I mean for purchase. They're totally safe. Not available to interns, obviously.
Here we are.
Mr. John Smith? Hello?
I will take that card, thank you.
New intern here.
Yo, how you doing, Nicholas? Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you're doing well. I followed you yesterday. I realized that I wasn't following. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. But yeah, so I'm following you, and I have your streams updating in the Discord, so hopefully I can catch one soon. But I appreciate you stopping in. Oh, wait, okay. How do I switch between my abilities again? Okay, up. Okay, so where you want clairvoyance, it seems like. Oh, okay, so I can set them up on different keys. So I have that one set to L1. So we need the L1 to do this. Okay, cool.
I hope Nick's okay.
Who the hell is Nick? I think I did it too early, y'all. I think I did it too early. Hold up. Because that's not helping me.
Should I tell somebody? I don't want to get poor Nick in trouble.
Oh, wait a minute. Was I supposed to find that? Okay, part of me doesn't remember how this
Nick
works.
let it get like this?
What? So the clairvoyance is so weird. It's like it teleports me. Maybe that was all I was supposed to use for that. I don't know. Or maybe I'm supposed to make the, like, the rat go in here? How do I make the rat move in there? That's the problem I'm having. Okay, anyway, let's just make it, let's just see what happens if I just make it walk.
Where is Nick? I can't remember the last time I saw him.
Who are you talking about, lady? Who the hell is Nick?
He's usually so organized.
Oh yeah, so that doesn't work like that. This is so basically I'm looking at I'm looking through the mouse's eyes.
I can't remember
and
the
I
last
can
time
move
I saw
myself around. That's basically how that works. So I don't think that's what I need to do right now. So let's keep going. I don't know who this person talking is. So we gotta figure that
I
out.
hope Nick's okay.
Dang, dude! I thought this was gonna be like a small room. This place is huge. Ayo!
There's a narrow slot, but I don't think I can fit through it.
Is there gonna be some way for me to like shape, transform my shape and form or something? Okay.
Mess.
So I'm assuming this, I'm probably gonna have to slow it down. That's probably how that's gonna have to work.
Should I tell somebody? I don't want to get poor Nick in trouble.
Thanks, Polly. I appreciate all that so much. I need to turn this down even more. Dang, I don't know why these games are so loud as hell when I put them in my ears.
He's usually so organized.
I'm having so much fun with the streams. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sound alerts working before my next one, but hell, I'm brand new, so I'm not stressing out. Shapeshift. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. My bad. Honestly, Nicholas, if you need help with anything stream related, feel free to hit me up. I definitely recommend you look into Firebot because it's so amazing and it makes so many things so much easier.
I saw him.
But yeah, I'm super into streaming. I'm a super big stream nerd if you haven't figured it out already. So if you want to reach out and get any suggestions or anything like that, I love the help.
Everything okay in here? Who are you? I'm Nick John Smith's new intern. Oh, so you're the one not sorting all this mail. Wait, better get all this mail sorted quick. You're making Nick look bad.
You don't even tell me how? Ooh. Give me that condo, baby. Ooh. Dude, there's stuff everywhere in this game. I love it. I love it. Wow, this one was just right in the open. Amazing. Wait, I thought I had to go somewhere else to upgrade. It said press this to upgrade. Oh, so if you find... Okay, I get it. So if you find like an actual physical core just there, then you can upgrade already. But if you get all the cards,
I need to sort this mail
then you can buy a core. Okay. I remember that. It looks like that's everything that was up here. So it looks like we can drop down. But yeah, you really got to be searching in this game because they be hiding stuff everywhere. You still hate Raz's face? Ooh, I didn't even see that at first. How do I get to that? No, it won't let me get through? What kind of shenanigans is this?
Yep.
Am I supposed to keep trying until I figure out which boxes will let me get through? That topic was inspired from Whip's question yesterday, because Whip had a good question in the stream when me and Tyga were streaming together. I don't know why I can't get through here, so... Booty. Oh. Okay, nobody saw that. Didn't happen. None of that happened. Don't worry about it, alright? Alright? Anyways. Booty Eye, yes. I am gonna contact that artist about finishing that Booty Eye emote because I really think that it's not gonna. She has her emotes being at a decent price, so I don't think it'll be too bad to do. I don't know. Or ask her because if she'll change if they're well. Actually, I don't know their gender, so or ask them if they want to change if they want to still do it. Because I know that since I got laid off, they haven't really said anything because they're probably trying to be respectful. Is this a good? What do you mean? Well, the problem with that one is, you know who made that. So, oh yeah, I love this game so far. Oh, I thought you were talking about the emote. My bad. I love this game so far. Oh, what the hell? I thought you can go in there. This game is amazing. I'm planning the 100% this game. But I like to look like literally everywhere I can possibly look to make sure I have found everything I could possibly find. I think that's everything in here, though. I can't seem to find anything else, so. Who made this? I actually don't know for sure. Oh, am I supposed to use, like, my telekinesis? Oh, wait a minute. How do I have that set up? Telekinesis. I have that as R2. This one is green, so it goes in there. Oh! Okay, I get it. Wait, what? Oh, they have symbols on them. Oh, I get it. I get it, game. I see what you want me to do. Alright, see you, Luminar. I thought that Hades was a hidden gem game because I didn't know about it until recently, until I learned that it was in the running for Game of the Year. See, that's exactly what the point I was making yesterday. Where, like, every game that I would think is a hidden gem isn't actually a hidden gem because there's always somebody there's always a bunch of people that know about it, you know? Like, what really actually classifies as a hidden gem? I feel like like, not much really qualifies as that, if that makes sense. Every time, you're always gonna find some community of people that love a game. Or anything.
Hey, this might be important. I'd better bring it to Truman. Technically, this is official Psychonauts business.
Well, that was interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be like a little mini game like that. I could do that every day.
Deliver this to Truman quick. I'd better deliver this to Truman quick.
Oh, they want me to do it like this.
What the heck did Truman order here?
I was about to say, how do you want me? How am I supposed to pick it up?
Damage.
Wait, can I get in here? Nah, dang it. Okay. Yeah, I did too. Okay, remind me who Truman is again. I'm so bad at names. What? Never mind. It might be doing it for me.
What the?
Hey, you guys gotta check this out. The new kid killed Nick.
He's alive, but he's brainless.
Oh, frick.
What kind
Oh,
of sick
frick.
monster would steal
They did him
Nick's
like that.
brain?
Okay.
I mean, Nick!
Maybe he saw something he shouldn't have.
But why keep his body alive?
And why mail it to the Grand Head of the Psychonauts?
It could be a warning.
Hey guys, does the Lady Luctopus Casino mean anything to you?
Isn't that where we sent Agent 33?
To investigate suspected delusionist activity?
Agent 33 is 2 days late with her status update.
I'll get the jet.
I'll pack the go case.
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
stay
I didn't
here
even think
and
about
protect
that.
the children.
What? Aren't we all going on the mission?
We could use you in tactical command, Agent Forsyth.
And maybe the interns would benefit from...
It's not safe. Not while we have a double agent among us.
I'll take her place. I've heard the buffet there is shockingly reasonable.
Well, if you reconsider, meet us on the jet pad within the hour.
Can't we just...
No, all of you. To the interns' bay. Now.
Dude, I don't understand.
I've got
Because
some training exercises planned today that are both informative and safe.
in the
Last one
first
there has
game,
to
I was
delouse
doing
the
a
brain
bunch of
tumbler.
dangerous crap. Like, bro. Who's that? The hell?
TV?
Bruh!
I'll bet those guys took Nick's body back to the mailroom. I should go check and see if he's okay. He is my mentor, after all.
Yeah. You know that Nick
What
was
am I
all
gonna do
heart
if
and
somebody's brainless?
Scanning access granted.
Scanning booty eye. Among us, bust. Oh, I still can't go in there, dang it. Didn't he say? Oh, here he is. Wait, what the hell? Why'd they wrap him up like that? That's not the right thing. Oh, yes it is, apparently.
Airmail? Airmail?
What am I supposed to do with him?
Airmail?
Didn't he say to come check up on him? Like, isn't that my task? Oh, no, it says go to class. Yeah, but I thought, did someone else tie him up or did he tie himself up by mistake? I think he tied himself up.
No.
I think that's what they're insinuating.
Package.
Hey, Naomi, how you doing? Appreciate the lurk. I hope you're having a good morning.
Airmail?
Airmail. Okay, so what happens if I do this?
Return. Sender.
Nothing. Okay. Return sender.
Insufficient postage.
They just leave him here by himself? It's kind of sus, bro. I don't know. Alright, let's see. It's kind of sus, bro. Yeah. Alright, so where's the hell? Oh. I was about to say, so where's the classroom? And then it's like literally right in my face. Hold on, we're gonna pick up some money though. Because in this game, money seems to be really valuable. I can't remember what the other thing I was trying to purchase was, so let me actually check the store. I know I wanted to purchase something. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I have it on that. Okay, because that makes me go way faster.
New pins, the very latest.
What was I gonna look at? No, it's this. It's this. The store. Oh! I was gonna get this because I wanted to make sure I can have extra dream fluff. Because dream fluffs allow you to restart, basically. These help you hear you as you go through things, but I think this is actually more useful for me. So let's do that.
Oh, that's the hot stuff right there.
And then we have, ooh, jumbo fluff pouch. Yo? So I don't have any dream fluff, so let's do that.
Good choice. Dream Fluff saved my psychic butt more than once, I'll tell you.
Oh, no, I'm poor as hell. Oh, frick. I didn't realize I spent that much.
I don't think I need any more gadgets right now.
Good, because I would never trust one to someone so young.
What the hell? Oh, I'm broke as hell. All right, time to go to class. Time to do what we're supposed to do.
Something bothering you? Hey, don't worry. We're going to find Nick's brain.
It's just... he was so great at sorting mail, you know?
I'll sort your mail, Colin.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
What the hell? These people sus. Oh, she likes him. Is that what that's supposed to mean? She lovey-dovey you. What is this supposed to mean? What the hell? That's it? He loves bacon?
Experts agree. It's just not safe to use clairvoyance. Without my special clairvoyance enhancing pins.
So that's all I'm supposed to take from that he just loves bacon. Alright. Look, bro, bacon is good, but I don't know about all that. Alright, where the hell am I going? Is this where I'm supposed to go? Is this the actual classroom? No, this is that principal's office. Okay, hold up. It's this.
Oh, good.
Stop
We're
hating
finally
him.
here. Let me know when you're prepared to learn something.
Do I get to just pick any seat? I remember re-explored this classroom before.
Don't wait too long. You'll miss class.
Yep.
How do I start? Oh.
Can I ask,
Please hold all questions till the end of the lesson.
when does class start?
As soon as you get to my classroom.
I am in here.
This isn't your classroom?
No. This is. So are you ready, kid?
Yeah.
And what are you ready for?
Safety.
Oh, you think the human mind is safe? Well, that's cute.
Okay, cool. That's why they're all sleeping. Okay, I get it now. Okay. Whoa! We didn't need her. We didn't need to have her beheaded like this. We in a English class?
And that is how you perform the advanced psychic ability known as mental connection.
Cool.
Stop hating on homie bro so much. He's just living life.
Ooh, sorry. Could you repeat that?
Sorry, kid. I warned you not to be late. I'm off to attend to some fiduciary concerns. Norma, take over for me, won't you? You can practice with some of those loose ideas.
But Agent Forsyth, is it safe to leave all these thoughts out like this if you're not here?
Norma, please. It takes more than a few rambunctious children to affect the mind of a trained psychonaut.
What are you doing, weirdo?
Try not to fall asleep in my class. All right, Rapscallion. Okay, now
What
how
was
do I
he doing?
explain
I'm so
mental
confused.
Connection extremely simply.
Let me guess. We focus on an idea in someone's mind until we form a tangible connection with it.
Oh, I didn't realize you were a mental connection expert. By all means, give us a demo. Professor.
There's no reason to hate him for that.
If you can't do it, you can just say so.
Shut up.
If he does this wrong, he could die.
What? Okay, so it's not that.
Let's see what you got, little guy.
Come on, Raz. Show us how you make a mental connection with that thought over there.
Shush.
Here's the steamer trunk tag.
There's a lot of stuff over here for me to grab. I just realized. Oh my god, there's a lot of ish. Hold up. Let me just do that real quick, y'all.
Let's go. I'm just a little bit bored.
Shut up. I need the Oh, I thought I was gonna fall. I need to 100% the video game. Yeah, people are kind of mean. I don't know why, but they make fun of him just because he's new. I don't really get it. All right. Oh, I need to get a new mental power. Okay, just pretend I knew that, y'all. Don't worry about it. All right. We can only have 4 out at a time. So my assumption is that I don't need to be shooting anything. So let's do R1. Aim at an idea and press R1 to connect. Bro.
What the heck did you just do?
I said connect with the idea, not jump inside it like a hamster ball.
Sorry. Old habit from the circus, I guess.
While inside an idea, you can connect to other ideas to create links between them.
Not only is cilantro delicious, it's affordable and easy to grow in a window box herb garden.
What the heck is that?
Whoa, that person looks kind of cool.
You left a slime trail.
It's like he connected the two thoughts together.
Oh, now you're in trouble.
Oh my god, remember we saw that?
Looks like disgust.
Well, I'm sure it's not the first time Rasputin has created that thought.
Okay, I know I can go back to that now. There's a level in the first session when deers at far apart connect to these nodes to create change.
Not only is cilantro delicious,
and it had these, and I was like, yo, what the hell? How do you use this? Now I know.
I know cilantro reduces
it was the first level?
Of digestive
yeah,
distress,
so I can go back to it, I guess.
Like
I don't know how to do that, though.
And honestly, I'd rather have the gas.
Hey, Raz.
I couldn't get to that one.
If you can change Forsyth's opinion of cilantro, maybe you could change her mind about the casino mission.
I don't know about that.
Wait,
yeah,
isn't this bad?
She worries about us kids too much. It's taking years off of her life expectancy.
Yo, what's up, idiot poop face? Nice name.
If you could get her not to be so worried all the time.
I don't know what looks bananas means, but this game's pretty dope, so.
Well, I don't
Yo,
suppose
what's
it
up,
would hurt to
Quask?
take a look
How you
around
doing?
up there.
Sorry about that. Casual cuck
Just see if
Sunday.
there's any, you know, problems.
Oh yeah, this game is great. Wait, how do I get out of here so I can grab those?
Straight to the top, Raz.
Wait, press X to jump out or O to drop down. Oh,
Don't do
okay.
it.
I mean,
My bad, I can read, y'all. Just pretend I can read.
Out of the Psychonauts for trying,
What's this
but
little
what the
nugget
heck?
of wisdom?
Connect those thoughts, young man.
Huh? Circle. I don't know why I said O. Nugget of wisdom. Every brain acquires nuggets of wisdom along the way. Finding one will impart enough concentrated wisdom to gain an entire rank.
Try not to kill her brain, Raz.
Yo.
Remember, it's for the good of the mission.
Wait, what the hell? Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh, wow.
Of course, if you're scared, don't do it.
I mean, you'll probably get kicked out of the Psychonauts for trying, but what the heck?
Connect those thoughts, young man.
Try not to kill her brain, Raz.
These
Remember,
barriers keep parts of our
for
brains
the
off
good
limits.
of the
See if
mission.
one of your other side powers can break through them. Oh, it's probably. Oh, dang it! I get it. It's probably gonna be this. Where's the one that I shoot stuff? Here we go.
Of course, if you're scared, don't do it.
I mean,
There we go. Of course, if you're scared, don't do it.
This was a terrible idea.
Yeah, this is a terrible idea. Why are we trying to do
Don't
this?
know what they're in for.
Why are we being bad?
They just don't have the experience. I'll just have to get Sasha to give up half of it.
What the hell? Oh no, I didn't mean to skip context. I mean, I feel the same way. Like, I feel like this is kind of messed up.
It's hard enough getting him to give up wearing socks with sandals. But you did it, Forsyth. Remember that.
Oh, I'm playing? Oh, my bad. I thought it was a
Need to cut
cutscene.
out the frills in the cafeteria for sure.
Yeah, this was a bad idea. I'm going back.
No more imported truffles, Otto. Regular mushrooms are just as good.
Should I talk to her?
I can already hear Mia complaining she can't meditate without fresh cilantro in her chimichurri.
I don't want her to know I'm here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Soap Fidello and all.
Oh.
Our
no.
Lady of Restraint Neurological Hospital. I think Hollis said she was an intern here once.
Oh, so we're really stuck up in her brain now.
I always had my best ideas here. Let's just hope I don't run into Dr. Putz.
Maybe trying to change her mind is a bad idea.
Bad idea. Can blow up in your face.
No, wait. I think that is a bad idea.
Use mental connection to yank small enemies towards you. Hey. How do I lock on again?
Almost had it. I just need to focus a little more with my clairvoyance.
Oh, okay. Kinda cool. Did I unlock that thing where I can roll into enemies? Oh, I did. No. Awesome. Oh, wait, I'm not going fast enough for that. Hold up. Oh, this is so cool. Okay.
No room in here for any bad ideas but my own. Speaking of, I gotta catch up to Hollis and try to change her mind about the mission.
Stop. There's items out here. What the hell? I thought he was about to make me leave. I was about to get so mad. All right. We on the goal of trying to 100%. We can't be leaving.
I think I hear something.
What's this? Oh, it was health that I don't need. Dang it.
This hat box needs a hat box tag.
Are you serious? I don't have a yellow one? I thought I got a hat box before. Dang, this game makes you backtrack so much.
Yep.
All right. Yo? I think I'm doing pretty good when it comes to collecting the upgrades. Like, I think I'm doing dope with that. Hey, yo! That's some progress. Okay, anyways, oops, that's not the right one. Let's do all this now, because I think the game's telling me to do this. Alright, so that's a dead end. So we go up here and drop out, because there's some stuff up here. Oh, dang, we're doing great. Okay, we did get the one for this, apparently. Wow, you could have easily missed that if you didn't explore. Wow. This game be like that. This game be making you have to really go looking around. Like, look how much of this stuff is here. Oh, and there's the yellow tag.
Aha! Here's the hat box tag.
Where was that? It was in one of these corners. Oh, there it is. It was that one. Okay, so can I use this to go back down? I think that's the intention. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right. I think that's everything in this area. I think that's basically what I was supposed to do. We got 26 out of 42 of those. Yeah, this game already broke the fourth wall, I think, in the beginning. I'm loving this game.
Oh my God, look at the size of that kid's head! Get him to radiology, stat!
What? That's a little messed up, don't you think? Wait. Oh my God, I'm playing? Oh my God. This is so cool. What the frick? I thought this was like a loading screen.
Another life, Dr. Potts.
Oh, please. I was just doing my job.
I heard the technique you used was developed by your intern, Hollis Forsyth.
Oh, my intern? Why, yes, well, we did collaborate on that a little.
Okay, part of me wants to try wall jumping this and see if I can find something at the top. Oh no, I don't think... Can I still levitate? Oh no, it won't let me. I'm guessing there's nothing here.
The patient will make a full recovery, Dr. Potts. All thanks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Your brilliant intern, Hollis Forsyth.
Why, yes. Well, she has been a helpful assistant. I like the look of these. This brain has made amazing progress.
Oh yeah.
Another life saved by the Forsyth method.
Oh yeah, all that
The
progress.
Potts
Jump on it.
method?
Oh yeah.
Potts. It was my
Ooh, you can get some good hops with it.
Transcribed my
No, Ice Cube.
My apologies, Dr. Potts.
In fact, I was thinking.
I didn't know there was a ground. I thought I died. What? Oops. Hey yo, where we at now? Okay. Okay, I did get hurt, so I'm actually gonna take that. I did get hurt. Is that like a thing? Oh, I couldn't tell if that was a thing. Okay, I need to keep that in mind because that almost looked like it was just a picture on the wall. All right. I want to try my best to collect everything I possibly can. All right. So let's see this here. We can go here. Disgust. We're gonna drop out of here. Victory! Uh-oh.
Good luck collecting your debts after I'm dead, losers.
See, what I'm terrified of like going too far, you know? Like I don't want to like miss out on anything.
Hey, I got half a mind.
This little guy has lost his mind, half of it anyway. If you can reunite him with the other half, you're gaining a whole brain of mental energy.
Huh. I've got half a mind to look for the other half.
That's just health, though, right?
It's not too far away.
That's just health, I think. Right? Oh! Oh, I get it. Okay, so it gives me extra. Okay, I got you. Got you. Okay, that's actually hella worth. That's hella worth.
I can't believe some people prefer open casket funerals. Disgusting. At our current burn rate, that's no good. Maybe if I move some funds around.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's read. Let's get into the information. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's just pictures, I think, most of the time. All right, so Our Lady of Restraint, neurological hospital. Okay. Emergency room, neurological. She doesn't seem very happy here. This seems very, like, a very sad place for her. The Forsyth method. Okay, so she worked hard coming up with this Forsyth method. She shows it to whoever the hell that is. I'm assuming that's that Pitts dude, or whatever the hell. The pot. Oh. Oh, you're that kind of douchebag. Okay, I see. All right. Journal of Neuroscience, the Potts method. Oh, you cuck. Oh, my bad. I said Pitts. Look, I don't remember names, all right? Okay, so the Potts method. So basically, they stole her idea like a douche. Changing minds through mental connection. Oh, so she's the one who worked hard into this whole mental connection thing.
These.
Wait, let me make sure I didn't miss.
Grant is off the table for sure.
All right, I think we're good.
Bet the gastronauts don't have to pinch pennies like this.
He's the Pitts.
Where am I gonna get the money for that?
He's
what
the
if I
armpits.
eliminate some meals? I could cut my own paycheck. I went to school for medicine. How did I end up stressing about money management all day? Well, I just need to put those thoughts aside and focus on the children. Their safety is the most important thing. And it's not just because a lawsuit would bankrupt us right now.
Hey, yo, those collectibles,
that
though.
casino mission would be good experience for them. But it's too risky. What if I let them go and the worst happens?
No, death is fine.
Only one unfathomable fear at
People
a time,
have lost their brains, okay? I'm pretty sure death isn't that bad.
If Hollis associated risk with something more positive
No.
than death, it would open her up to so many more missions. I mean, life experiences.
Bro, they did not just move those around. That is sus.
Yep. I'll take this nugget.
Dude, I'm like, okay, I can really upgrade my stuff right now. Oh. Oh, so it shows me how much I've done in this area. Cool. Yeah, so this right here, this shows me that I'm still missing things. Wait, what the hell? I'm missing that much? Oh man, this game's hurting me. This game's hurting me. All right. So I don't want to connect anything that will not allow me to collect everything. So that's like what I'm trying to figure out. So let's go here. That will help me get these. This will help me get that. What does that say? Socks with sandals? It's kind of sus, bro. It's kind of sus. All right, hold on. So then we got, I gotta go over there to get that. Oh, that's the last one. So we actually have been collecting all these properly, at least.
That's it. I think I've collected every figment in this book.
Awesome. At least we can collect all those. All right. So now we got to figure out what they want us to do with these. So we got cilantro, disgust. We got death, risk, delight, connected to mushrooms. Socks with sandals, stress.
I definitely could not handle that stressful casino mission right now.
Oh, no.
I definitely could not handle that stressful casino mission right now.
No. Bad. Wait. Okay, hold up, y'all. I gotta take a big old pissy whisk, all right? So I'm gonna be right back, all right? I'm gonna be right back in the booty eye. Just hold up. I actually have to really think about this, though. So while I'm pissing, I'm gonna try to think about it. I'll be right back. All right, hopefully the be right back thing left. I'm getting back into using all my automated stuff. So hopefully it works. All right, so I did not think about anything, so I will think about it here. All right, so we went from risk to stress. So, maybe we should go from risk to, like, delight? I really don't understand what they want us to do. I'm trying to figure out, like, I feel like you can mess with her in a really weird way, but I don't want to be mean. You know what I mean? So, like, because, like, you could definitely be, like, disgust, cilantro, germs, or like you can make her not like mushrooms, because apparently she likes mushrooms. Like you could do so much messed up crap. So like I'm not trying to be messed up or nothing, but I think I want the risk to go to Delight at the very least, right?
Sure, it's fun to take risks, but what use is it?
If Hollis wants to solve her money problems, she's gonna need to accept some risk.
She is, right? So I need to get over to the money? Is that what I gotta do?
I never say this out loud, but the truth is, I really, really, really just love money.
Oh
I just remembered how dire the Psychonauts' finances are.
That's not the change I was going for.
Oh, I thought I was making a... Oh. Okay, so you can only connect 2 at a time. I thought I was making like a whole path. My bad. Dang it. I need risk to get to money. How?
I definitely could not handle that stressful casino mission right now.
Can I jump to a different one? Like...
Yes. If I let those children go on that mission, they would surely die.
Interesting. But that's not going to help us go on that casino mission.
I think I am misunderstanding.
I definitely could not handle that stressful life. I just remembered how dire the Psychonauts' finances are.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can go this way?
If the Psychonauts don't get some more funding soon, well, I'm going to die. That's all there is to it.
I think the only way to get Hollis to take us on a mission to a casino is to get her to associate risk with money.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, Raz. Frick you, bro. I'm trying to get in a... No. Frick.
But the truth is, I really, really, really just love money.
Oh, I get it. Okay. So I gotta go to money.
Never say this out loud. But the truth is, if the Psychonauts
okay, don't do that. Not what I'm supposed to do. Wrong.
Soon, I'm going to die. That's all there is to it.
You gotta be careful of how you turn it, cause like you be trying to go to the wrong places. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, I get it. I get it now.
I just figured out how to solve all our money problems.
I thought you could just make a chain, but you can't hit another thought in between. This feels so messed up though. Oh no. Bruh, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? All right. Oh yeah, this kind of does have like Jimmy Neutron references in a way.
Hey, Teach. What gives? I was in the middle of a sweet hookup there.
Guess what, kids? You all did so well on your lesson. How about we give your new power a test drive out in the field?
You mean we're going on the mission? For real?
Isn't that dangerous?
You know what they say, Sam. Nothing ventured, nothing brained.
I don't think that's
Yeah, I'm not sure either, Naomi. I was kind of confused.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, like I feel bad. I feel like this is
I'm so glad
bad.
you changed your mind about the mission, Agent Forsyth. I was nervous about bringing the children, but if you feel that it's safe, then it must be.
It's crucial we find out what these delusionists are up to at the casino. With you handling tactical command,
I mean,
I'd say our
that's kinda
probability
rough.
of mission success has
I mean,
risen
harsh.
35%.
I'll take those odds. Now, how long till we reach the Lady Luctopus?
We are almost there.
Agent Forsyth, how are you feeling?
Lucky.
Well, we're here. Using
Sorry,
a false
what?
identity, we've secured a high roller suite to use as our base of operations.
I think you made a mistake, Raz.
Now, children, you are not to leave the suite. Like most casinos, the Lady Luctopus has a strict no psychics policy.
Weak.
Be happy for this chance to observe Agent Forsyth in action.
Well, I was saying that because she's acting like she's high.
This is Shoehorn. We are nearing position 1.
Sounds
I'm
like she's
moving
on that
down
good
the
stuff.
Primary ventilation shaft, and Dustpan is approaching the front desk. Teacup, come in. Are you there? Hollis.
You sure you should
yes.
making drinks?
Sure, this is
Agent Forsyth is right over
I
there.
have you on visual.
Rasputin, we're just fooling around. Lighten up.
Actually, I did eat one of those pickled onions, and I think I got a little buzz off of it.
Yeah, those boys are pretty right.
Oh, y'all sus.
I'll drop
Okay.
into the office and find the room number that belongs to this key. Just make sure to disable the
Oh,
main fan.
my bad. I
because
didn't realize that
position
she was
is close.
shushing me. That's rude.
No
you doing,
need to
Morris?
explain, agents.
I'll tell you
do
what
your
I'm
job,
not doing.
And I'll do mine.
I'm
Let's
not
keep
watching
radio
the
silent so I can
pre-semi-final
concentrate.
practice vote
Understood.
to find out who's maybe not going on to the next round of Pop Gladiators.
I don't know what the hell you just said to me, but okay. All right. My brain is instantly like, there has to be things for me to collect, right? Right?
Yep.
Oh, no, I fell. I'm assuming no. Maybe not. Maybe not in this room. Wait. Something tells me maybe I can jump up to those? Yeah, baby! Are you serious? What? You seriously gonna do me like that, game? You're not gonna put anything up here? Wow, okay, I see how it... Oh, frick, I didn't realize that. Oops. Alright.
Everything's good on the mission so far.
You mean except for our mission commander having a total breakdown?
It's not a breakdown. She's just strategizing.
Uh-huh.
This is not good. But yeah, he is like the villain right now.
What are you doing in there, Sam?
When Agent Forsyth finally blows, this will be the only safe place.
Oh, God. Alright, so I'm assuming we have to go talk to her since she's being sus. You might have to go in that brain and fix things.
Rasputin, don't sneak up on me like that. Listen, do me a favor and run up to the jet, will you? I need my dowsing goggles. I left them on my seat, I think.
The hell?
You wanted to be on a mission. Now here's your first objective. Fetch my dowsing goggles.
Okay, but...
Hurry! Our window of opportunity is closing.
All right, I'll be right back.
Dude, she's high as hell.
I don't see any dowsing goggles anywhere. I mean, to be fair, I have no idea what they look like. I've actually never even heard of dowsing. Oh no. Agent Forsyth, where are you going?
It's just Ritalin.
Oh no, Hollis, what did I do to you?
Rasputin, is that you?
Mia? Sasha? Agent Forsyth is missing, but don't worry. I'll find her.
Hurry, Rasputin. We're in big trouble here.
Yes, please find Agent Forsyth right away. I don't know how long I can hold on.
I'm on it.
Oh, that's not good.
I can't go into the hotel. They have anti-psychic detectors. Hollis must have some way to hide it.
Alert. Weak psychic activity detected.
Weak?
They had to roast him like that. All right. Okay. Oh, I actually didn't think that would work. That's what they want you to do? Dang. Okay. Seems a little bit aggressive, but all right. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Did I mess up? How do I get in the booty eye? All right, hold up, hold up. We might need... Oh, yeah, I love it, too. It's great. All right, it looks like I'm going to need this more than a levitation ball for now. Oh, wait, maybe I can put levitation ball in this, and it seems like we might need... I'll do it like that for now. Hold on. That is not what I wanted. I want you to open the door. Can I go? Huh? But yeah, I love the way this game looks. It still kind of respects the way it looked in the original game, but it also, like, you hate it. What the hell? You need to delete the word hate from your vocabulary, like, entirely.
Let me pick an easy one. Give me a south side.
Did Agent Forsyth say where she was going?
She just said she was going to solve all of our problems, once and for all.
That's not ominous. Who says that's ominous? Nobody thinks that's ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm a little bit confused. I deleted those things. Why? Because you're always saying that you hate something. If you can't say hate, you can put more thought into it. Yeah, this game is really cute. What I don't understand is how come I can't get in this room? Am I supposed to go in the ship? No, right? No. I am missing something, folks. But yeah, it still like has a lot of respect to the original, which is what I like about it. They said I can't go in the hotel because those things are there. I deleted those things, but I still can't get in the hotel. So I'm wondering if I need to do this part again, like what I was looking at before. When I got up here. Let's see. Dang it. No! Come on, bro! Rigged. No! Come on, bro! Frick it. We're gonna cheat, since I can't seem to do what I did last time. Oh no, that's not working. Oh no. Oh god, no. What? That was perfect! There we go. Is there a pathway over here that I can take? Something that I'm missing. That's not working either. Am I missing something very obvious or something? Let's see. Maybe, oh! Maybe I can do something out here?
Gisu, Hollis is missing.
She probably just needed to take a walk and get away from pestering personalities. Like I'm trying to do in this tub.
Wow.
Sam, will you come help me find Hollis?
Oh, it's begun, has it? Then I'm in the right place.
You guys are so helpful. Let me just talk to all of them again.
Agent Forsyth is gone.
Oh, good. Hopefully she's gone to complain about this broken TV.
Wow.
You guys, we have to find Agent Forsyth.
Oh, is she gone?
It's a trick. She wants to see if we break into these bottles.
Clever. Not falling for it.
You guys, we have to find
Oh,
Agent
it's the same
Forsyth.
thing. Okay.
Oh, is she gone?
It's a trick. She wants to see if we break into these bottles.
Clever. Not falling for it.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, I just ran out of the ingredients for that.
What is this about? That is... Wait, what the hell just happened?
I knew it. Okay, I'll
Wait,
give
what?
you one more chance. Maybe the regret.
Okay, so they're not gonna help me do
That was my
anything
mom's
of
favorite.
use at all.
Those are bad.
Okay. What if I...
Maybe I
Oh!
can catch up to her this way.
Oh! Dude, how the hell was I supposed to figure that out?
Wait until Truman sees all the money I'm going to make.
Bro.
Hollis, wait!
Dang, this kid's got balls. That's all I gotta say. Doing all them gymnastics.
Mesdames et messieurs, faites vos jeux. Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets.
Don't worry, Agent Forsyth. I can fix this.
So she's gambling now?
Mesdames et messieurs, rien ne va plus. Ladies and gentlemen, no more bets.
Oh, God. I didn't even know that he could do that from a distance, so that's interesting.
Huh. Well, it's different.
There's more to collect. This seems very dangerous. Like, it's this
Maybe
easy to
it's not so
completely
bad.
change someone's brain. Oh, that sound, though. Ooh. Like, this seems a little bit too... Oh. Okay, none of y'all saw that. Didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. See, I thought that that was a gap I could jump. All right. All right. All right. Appreciate you, Nicholas. Hopefully the grocery store goes well. Wow. Ooh, half a brain. Yes. Can I do anything with that? Looks like no. Okay. Ooh, risk. Looks like I have to go up to risk. Oh my God, there's 106 in here? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. She already had the thoughts so close together in her head. I guess, but it's just so sad. It's like... just go in someone's head and like completely frick them over. Dude, this game like really gives you a lot of crap right away. I feel like. Isn't that like super fast? I got 2 extra brains already. Alright, so I think we got everything in this room. So now I gotta figure out what do I connect to. I need to connect Risk to something else. So let's go back over the Risk. Oh, here we are. I see. Oh, wait. I see you over here. Trying to hide from me. I see. Okay, we got it. Alright, go back to Risk. Alright, let's go this way now. No, I thought that was a thing! Wait, that's not a thing? I thought that was a figment. I won't lie. I seriously thought that was a figment. Okay.
Agent Forsyth? You in here?
Oh, frick. Okay.
Oh, I don't like this one bit.
Yo, what's up, Only Chans? How you doing? Life is a figment. Oh my gosh, were you one of the people that followed me when I said I'm gonna keep streaming this game every Sunday? I apologize. I went through a very big depressive spike, but I'm gonna be more consistent now. I will be playing this game every Sunday. My apologies. Get it? I'm so sorry. All right, what am I supposed to do here? Ooh, that was money? What the hell? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna break more up in here. Oh God. I didn't mean to do all that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to break your ish. Wait a minute, breaking ish gives me money. I did mean to break your ish. All right.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Looks like Hollis had a spontaneous
Our Lady of
change in her
Restraint.
worldview.
Oh, it's still the same
Unrelated
thing.
to my
but-
inappropriate meddling with her thoughts. Who am I kidding? I need to find Hollis's quiet room again and break that bad mental connection I made. Yeah, mind stepping aside, buddy? This is an emergency.
Heavy sensor crushes thoughts that don't belong.
No, you don't mind, or like a general no to the existence?
You got range attacks? Oh, who the hell shot? Oh, okay, it's one of y'all. Okay, I got you. Hold up. Whoa, buddy. Whoa! What you trying to do, homie, bro? Chill. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can also punch things. I forgot about that. Can I punch while on the ball? No, I can't. Okay. No! Did he just take a full brain? Did homie just take a full brain? Or was I getting hit and like didn't realize how much I was getting hit? Because that was sus as hell. Alright, so I don't want them to kind of screw me over, so I'm gonna try to collect everything I can find real quick. So we got some health. As I'm getting attacked, I'm gonna try to collect anything. Just pretend I'm not here! Oh, frick. Give me some space! Oh my gosh, dude, they have so much in these levels. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to keep it 100% for so long, you know? without having to go back to some of these levels. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I guess I can just do that then, since I did it already. All right, so we have these. Oh, frick, he can hit me in that? Okay, I did not. Oh, God, I did not know. Okay. Oh, no, help me. Oh, my crack. How do I throw that at him?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Wish I had a side pop right now.
Are you serious? I'm just getting my ball licked. Hold on, y'all. Don't worry, we got this. There's health over there. Hold up. No, it disappeared. Okay, I gotta say, the enemies are kind of rough in this game. I can't remember how you target somebody.
Good thing we're near a hospital, so, your ghosts don't have to walk very... Oh, never mind.
Do not walk in there. Okay, I was about to punch homie, bro. Oh my God, body's basics, cock, cock, cock. Why, Brick? This why? Ooh, I didn't see that. Wait, what was that last cock? Oh, wait, so if you hit skip, that skip thing doesn't work either? Oh my God, they really changed that up to the point where it's like it lost so much of its features. Okay, hold up. I'm checking these so I can make sure that I don't miss any figment that's hiding in there. Okay, good. Do I have any lollipops? I don't think I do. No, I do not. Oh, no, Lord. Okay, so this is why lollipops can be nice, because instead of me completely dying, I can at least get some lollipopage.
Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful stream.
Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful stream. Did anyone notice that the last cock sounded so strange? Okay. I'm thinking that's everything in this area that I can see right now. Is it cock, 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 cock? Cock. Oh, ignore that message. I forgot to delete that. I do want to do something like that. Like, depending on the game I'm playing, I want to, like, if I'm going to stream for a long time, I want to make myself take breaks and, like, either hit the reflex ball or play a song. Or figure out how I want to go about it. We figuring things out. But hopefully you're doing well, practice. Okay, I'm hoping that that's everything and I didn't miss anything. Then we can go in here, even though I have, like, no health.
Everybody. Deal them in, stat.
I have, like, no health whatsoever. Oh, I forgot. I keep thinking every freaking time that it's, like, a cutscene or, like,
Come
something.
On, live, damn you, live!
Full recovery! You did it, Dr. Potts.
Call me Jack. Let's go for double or nothing.
Jackpots. I don't know, bro. That's kind of sus. No! I thought I almost died. I almost just straight up died doing that.
Banana.
Why is there banana in people's bodies? like that.
Ah, dang it.
I'm so sorry, Doctor.
Ah, well, it can't be helped. Some patients are just bad luck.
That's messed up, bro.
I don't like the look of these. Yes, the heart's salvageable, but the rest?
Should we fold?
No, let's hold the 8 and the queen, and we'll pull for the inside.
Oh yeah, I did I play all of them that you sent me? I wonder if I missed one that I need to play like a set, because I would like to stream that more too, like just doing more indie games. That's always been a lot of fun.
I'll just quickly pop into Hollis's quiet place and fix this mess.
High roller.
High Rollers Lounge? That's not good. Oh no!
Rasputin, what are you doing here?
Sorry.
Oh, frick. Okay, you might have to send that to me again, and I'll try to schedule a time to play that.
Casino.
Or make like an event in the Discord.
Everyone's welcome in the casino. Without gamblers, how else would we make any money?
My bad. Everything's got so disorganized ever since I hit that depression spike.
Because it's the High Rollers Lounge.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well, I probably have it. I probably have it somewhere.
I need to tell you.
My bad, but you can send me more stuff if you want. A lifetime ago.
What the?
My apologies, homie. Depression really do be like that sometimes.
It's just the morgue.
It's just the morgue? That's not sus or anything.
Huh?
Yes, Rasputin?
We got a patient here. Needs emergency access.
Sorry. The table minimum in the High Rollers Lounge is, $3 gazillion.
What? How much is a gazillion?
More than you got, kid.
Oh, that's still on my list. I just need to finish.
Open up! My patient is dying! He needs fancy drinks. Stat!
In my opinion, your patient needs an emergency dose of $3 gazillion.
Oh, I can walk around like this. Oh, cool. All right, y'all, I might straight up die because I still haven't gotten any extra health. Yeah, she's very silly and loopy right now. Okay, breaking Dr. Potts. All right, so race, plagiarism, golf, woman, bad. Okay, yeah, that's a great mind there he's got. All right. Oh, she broke him. Oh, what the hell? I didn't even realize he was naked there. She girl bossed his mind. So because she learned how to do that and she was successful, now they wanted her as a Psychonauts person, basically, because she in the last one she was learning how to do that. She was learning how to do the whole mental connection thing. Oh my god, you lost all? Oh, you gambled all. I was about to say. That is a bra moment. Ooh, money. I have like no money, dude. How do we get more money? That is going in a circle. I may have went in a circle. Oh yeah, this is a circle. Okay. So do I leave? Okay, doctors only. I guess we were in there for that memory.
Open up.
Oh, frick, not that one. How did I go to the same exact one? Oh no. Oh god, no, that's gonna sound bad. That sounds absolutely atrocious. Oh, I can do that now. I forgot. There you go. I can skip it. My bad. I forgot that I have that, but I don't know how to let other people do it. Yeah, see, the Duke guy, he doesn't know how to really talk properly, all right? He doesn't really know how to do the scat man, all right? So it ended up sounding like him having a very severe issue, and that was just too much. All right. I feel like I'm missing so much, man. Hopefully I'm not. He only knows how to kick booty eye and chew bubblegum. See, I don't know the character, but I'm just gonna take your word for it. Alright, there's a lot in here actually, so I need to figure out how to get all this. We can't leave anything behind! Oh no. Oh no, game. Don't do that. Don't do that. Can I use my levitation ball? Game, don't be like this to me. Dude, I thought this was supposed to give me hops, man. This ain't giving me no hops. Yep. Dang it. There better be a way for me to get that. I burned my tongue on gas station taquitos. Did I say that right? Taquitos? Taquitos? My bad. English is not my strength. Language. Well, yeah, it's not English. Language. Well, actually, I like language. Language is interesting, but I suck at it sometimes. Oh, is this like one of those... Is this like that thing? Okay, part of me has to figure out how to reach this because it's bothering me. Can I jump on some of these and then go up to the next level? Ooh, maybe. No! What? Okay, wait a minute. What if I do that from this side? Dang it. I need milk, don't I? Why am I like this? Why am I trying so hard? No, wait. Maybe I just wasn't doing it on the right item. Maybe I should do it on this one. No! He went balls deep. There we go. I love bread. Bread is amazing. Bread is worth, honestly. Valid. Okay, you want to know what I'm thinking? Okay, hold on. Let me go up in here. Oh, mental connection now. I forgot we have a whole new section. Oh my god, we have 6. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade this. Hold square to compress your lead ball and then release bounce high in the air. This is 100% worth it because I think this is how we get like some of this stuff that I can't get. So, I'm definitely gonna go into this. You can now hold. Okay, it's just telling me I can do that. All right. Now I'm gonna look at mental connection. Grapple between thoughts to make connections. Sucker punch dishes out a free knuckle sandwich to incoming grappled enemies for bonus damage. That actually seems kind of useful. Because, like, I can pull them in, but it doesn't really do much for me at that point. And then everything would still be on at least level 2-ish. Which I think is pretty fair for now.
I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of these mental connections.
Giant enemy crab. Okay. Now that I did that, now I should be able to reach this crab, right? Bro, I still can't reach it? Wait. Hold up. We can do this. We got this. We got a strat. We're gonna strat it out, alright? I hit the wrong button. Nobody saw that. Alright. Da-ba-doo! I thought that I'd be able to reach that with this. Am I misunderstanding my booty eye? Okay, it better not make me lose that. I'm gonna try to talk to people.
Hi, can I play?
Welcome to Palinko, game of luck and skill. Can you get the patient to take her bitter pill?
Skill? It looks like it's all luck.
Oh, it is, but it takes skill to do it and avoid a serious head injury.
Oh, how do I...
Good luck!
What?
Okay, let's get this medicine.
Oh, it's pinball?
Careful in there.
Oh, that's not where I want to go? Where do I want to go then? Oh.
Hey, where's her heart?
This isn't pinball? Oh my god, they got figments in here! Oh no! Oh no!
That stuff looks like it was $1 gazillion.
Oh
hey,
god.
How are you supposed to get in there?
Oh no! How many attempts do I have, bro? I need these figments.
What a ripoff. That machine is broken.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The Sore Losers Club is down the hall.
Wow. Okay.
He looks like an injectable. But really, he's just a pill.
What are you two doing here?
You think we're going to let you go alone and get all the extra credit points?
I'm just here to gamble.
Well, stay away from this game. There's only one spot on the board that pays out, and it's totally blocked. It's like her heart is in the wrong place. Hey, I'll bet I could... Morris? Norma? Where'd they go?
Don't give up, man! You'll never win by quitting!
Yeah, it's all just a matter of betting on the right color.
Don't listen to him, Sonny. Come talk to me if you want some true wisdom.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, bro.
I want another shot.
Okay, I'll just need you to bend over and...
No, at the game.
Really? Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, alright.
Nervous?
Not really.
Good, that's good. Sometimes you need to swallow your feelings to get through life.
No! Let's go this way. I want to go this way. No! Don't eat my balls yet. I see a figment over here I need to get. Yeah! Yeah, daddy!
never be a gazillionaire with cheap payouts.
No, I missed the ball. Oh, never mind. We got it. This is so hard. I mean, it's not hard, but it's like weird. Can I not get back in there? Can I? Oh, come on, please. There we go. I want to go up. Can I not go that way? I probably can't even get down that way, can I? Okay, never mind. I went the wrong way. Okay, frick it. I think they want me to go. No. No. Oh no, there's a figment right there. How the hell do I get? No! I actually don't know if you can save it once you get here. I don't understand how you can save it. Ah, go ball! Dang it. Okay, chat. Thoughts on Greek yogurt?
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I don't think I really had Greek yogurt, but I know it's really healthy.
Keep track of your valuables.
So part of me wants to try it. It's like one of those things that's suggested as like a healthy meal. No, 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 no. No. Ah. Wait, wait. Wait, what the hell? How do I get that figment? Wait a minute. I might need to sit here. No! Don't fall! No! No! That's not what I needed. I needed my balls to work. I like Greek yogurt with a teaspoon of sugar and cocoa powder. Wait, that actually sounds intriguing. No! Can I not get back up? Am I fricked? Bro, no! Frick! Dang it. Wait, why'd you say Polly?
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I told him he needs to stop having hate and dislike in his vocabulary and find other ways to express himself. Can I do this?
Nice, but it's not the stomach.
I don't need the stomach. I need that thingy. Ah. Wait, maybe I can get to it this way. Oh no, it blocks me. How do I get to the stomach? Wait a minute. I thought I got these already. I didn't get this already? No, I missed it like a sack. Okay, we gotta do it again. Hold on. Wait, you're trying to tell me I didn't get the lungs?
Chance.
Of course.
The
I mean,
stomach.
you can't lose forever, right?
I'm not even trying to win. I'm just trying to get all the figments. Uh-oh.
Nice, but it's not the stomach.
I know it's not the stomach. Ah, no, no! Dang it! Dang it. Frick. Okay, I think that's all the figments in there except for the stomach, right?
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I think that's all the figments except for the stomach.
Many pills is good for a person.
Seriously, how do they want you to get over there? No! Are you eating me? Is there really no way to restart once you get down here? Dang it! Wait a minute. Oh, there's Escape from PS1 Hagrid 2? Okay, that game was actually funny, so I would actually like to play the second. I would like to play if they continued on with it.
Forever, right?
Okay, I'm eating sugar. Sugar's gonna help me right now. Need some sugar up in here.
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
Let's try going this way. Wait a minute. What is more likely to get me there? I really don't even know for sure. I feel like if I can get myself to go through here, no, and not do that, I can do it. Maybe? I gotta log that. Hold up, y'all.
Yep. Saw that coming.
Shut up!
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
Wait, hold on. All right.
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
We got this. No! No! Dang it, balls. Oh, man. Frick this. I'm about to go the other way. Can I not get back? I don't know if I can get back. Dang it, ball sacks. Let's try the right.
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
Oh, yeah, my phone's a great device. It keeps freezing. There you go.
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
Okay, I'm gonna try going to the right. They really did me dirty like that. They really did me dirty like that. Is there no way to bring this back either? Frick! Okay, do I really suck or is this really hard?
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
All right. I'm gonna hold here for a second as I analyze this. Yeah, that broke life is amazing, ain't it? No! No! Really? Okay, what am I doing wrong there? I'm trying to figure that out. But welcome back, Nicholas. Hopefully you're doing well.
I need another chance.
Of course.
I ain't suffering.
I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
Let's try this way again. Wait, no, that's not helpful either. No! Really? Okay.
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
Oh no, please. No! Frick! God dang it! Okay, am I missing something about this, bro? Pain, bro, pain.
I need another chance.
Honestly, yeah, valid, Nicholas.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
Me either, but this is hard as hell, Bob. Okay, we got here. I just realized something. I don't think I can do anything from this position, can I? Wait. Maybe. Can I do something? No. No! Ah! No! Dang it! It looks like I have to go to the right.
I need another chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever,
Honestly,
right?
I would pick a knife too. We have pretty decent knives though, but
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
air fryers are just very specific. For very specific type of meals. Oh my god. Are you saying this is just luck? Is that the kind of point you're getting at? Because I see this is just luck, but I'm trying to figure out how to get... How do I get over there? I actually don't understand how I'm supposed to do that. Because, like, I was thinking I could go up there, but no, those things block it. So I have to literally get in here, and I don't understand how. How do I get in there? Really? Really? I I think you may need to actually find her heart to get it in place. I might be stupid, so maybe you're right, actually. Wait a minute. What is that?
Any luck?
Luck's got nothing to do with it, son. I win with my brains. I got math on my side. A formula for victory.
Oh!
Wouldn't the wisest choice be, you know, not gambling?
Oh! Do I have to talk to all these people?
What? How did I miss that?
Looks like I only needed to talk to him. I seriously was sitting there thinking that I could just eventually get that. Are you serious?
Yep.
I just don't know what to make of that metallic burgundy.
Sometimes the path to enlightenment is not straight and simple.
Whoops. Now I'm just reinforcing their old bad thought patterns. That's not going to get me anywhere.
Okay, so how do I unlock more thought? Oh, here they are. I see it. I see it. More people. Here we go.
Maybe you should quit while you're ahead.
Who says I'm ahead? I've sunk so much money into this machine and can't just leave it all behind.
Imagine.
Actually, I think it's important to know when to quit. Especially when playing Loki with your grandma.
Imagine this being your brain, like seriously. Freaking gambling in your brain. I don't think it could get much worse than that.
Sounds like you've got a method.
The secret is you have to listen to the colors. Let the rainbow of lights lead you to the pot of gold.
That doesn't sound like a smart way to make decisions to me.
It sure doesn't, bro.
There are some misguided ideas floating around this room. I wish I could help them make smarter decisions.
Okay, so decisions. Quitting.
To choose is to lose.
Wisdom?
Maybe I should just give up. Smart people don't try.
Wait, what?
The trick isn't just making decisions, but making the right one.
Okay, I think I'm getting the puzzle.
Ah, a little judgment. There's some progress.
I
wish they knew that sometimes walking away is the best choice.
To choose is to lose.
Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do.
To choose is to lose. Making mental connections in someone's mind is a profound and dangerous thing.
Really, the most important thing is to know when to quit.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that, bro.
I guess it's not really bad to quit.
Oh,
if it's
okay,
the
I
right
see, I
thing
see.
to do at the moment.
Moderation. Isn't that a novel concept? Moderation. Now that's the real path to victory.
Sure. Moderation.
You know what? I think the only way to win
Really,
is to know when to
moderators.
play and when to stop.
I think if I could connect the idea of moderation to the idea of victory, I might start getting somewhere.
Oh my God! What? We just went to a whole new area? Wait a minute. He said connect the idea of moderation to victory. Does that mean they want me to go? No.
You know what? I think the only way to win is to know when to play and when to stop.
Okay.
You know what? I think the only way to win is to know when to play and when to stop.
So they want me to come in here.
Swallowing your feelings sounds bad, but really, who wants to hear about those ugly things anyway?
Even though making new connections is what got me into this mess, I think making a better one here is actually the only way out.
All right. Oh, that's the heart.
I wonder if I could blast that from here.
Oh, never mind. It's a jumpy thing. Same thing. Oh. Oh, Lord. All right, all right. Okay, okay, we're doing great. We're doing great. I think that's all the figments so far. Oh, I see, I see. Ooh, man, this is really scary. I won't lie. Woo. All right, and make sure I'm not missing nothing. I don't see nothing. Dude, how long is this? I haven't even hit 50 yet.
You know, I think holding down all these feelings is giving me a bit of indigestion.
Ah.
Oh, that feels better.
Sorry.
Now that her heart is in the right place,
frick.
I should have better luck if I play the game again.
It just took me out. Okay.
I need another
chance.
Of course. I mean, you can't lose forever, right?
Just pretend I wasn't trying that over and over again with no success.
I'm not sure this many pills is good for a person.
All right, so do I go to the right?
But I know what I like, and I like that heart much better in its new location.
I'm cured.
Yay!
Thank you, Doctor.
What? That can't happen. How did you do that?
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, I guess.
Oh, you're going down all right. Once the boss finds out about this.
What?
But you ain't taking me with you. I'm out of here.
It's kind of sus, bro. Just saying.
Whatever. Give me that gazillion.
Oh, okay, they teleported us. Okay, that's good. I'm out of here. It dies instantly.
Okay.
Dude went there.
I got a gazillion dollars.
One lucky card does not make three of a kind, sir.
What? Oh, we gotta go to another one. Okay, I think we went to... Did we go to pharmacy? No, we did not. Okay. Yeah, I went to doctor. Like, one of them didn't even really have anything. It had, like, a memory. Oh, no, this is the same one. I'm sus as all hell. I swear I thought I didn't go to pharmacy. I'm trolling my own eye sack. All right. I did not mean to hit it. At the door slapping things. Alright, alright. We did not do... We probably did do this one. This is probably that one that didn't have nothing. Yeah, right? No, I didn't come in here, apparently, because there's figments that I need to get. Figment! 27 to next. What does that mean? Oh, okay, so I'm getting experience getting all of them. Okay, so they really make it worth it to collect everything.
And it's diamonds! Diamonds for the win!
What the hell was that sound? Wait,
Again.
What are you two doing here?
Losing by following my foolish heart.
What are you thinking? Hearts is like a gazillion to one.
A gazillion to one, you say? So if I bet on hearts and won, I'd win a gazillion dollars, right? Hey, where'd you go?
Okay.
Some octopus took them, apparently.
Runners, to your starting gates. Prepare the patient for the exam. And they're off.
Yay, we fixed some baggage. Ooh, we ranked up in here. All right, hold on. We gotta make sure. Oh, there's an invisible wall. Okay. Okie dokie. There's a lot of figments in here. Dang. Is that everything? Oh, frick, I missed this one right here.
Finish line.
Alright, alright.
And it's Diamond Days for the win! Congratulations.
I'd like to make a bet.
Sure. Which runner suits you this evening?
I gotta follow my heart.
What? Haven't you seen the odds?
Hey, no one can lose forever, right?
You don't know hearts.
That's fair.
And they're off.
I need to watch that again. I think it is a urine sample.
Coming up to the finish line. And it's Diamond Days for the win!
That's weird. Most people usually win every time. Well, try again. Bye.
Okay, that's the last bet. Runners, to your starting gate.
Try again. Bye.
Prepare the patient for the exam. And they're off.
I'm missing something, aren't I?
Diamond Days dropping down.
What the hell are they doing?
Off to an early lead.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Power print.
Diamond Days dropping down.
Okay. Am I supposed to bet something else? Oh, frick. I didn't even see this door. What am I doing? I probably got to do something in here first. Oh, man. There's a lot of figments up in here. All right. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so we gotta talk to that person, but let me just make sure there's no... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is weird.
Hey,
yo, what's up, Nugget? How you doing?
Are you sure you should be racing?
My doctor told me I have to stay off this leg. But he's also my boss, and he told me that if I miss another race, I'll get fired.
What?
That's terrible. You're being exploited.
Aren't we all? Who am I to complain? I'm not special.
You're literally a heart, bro.
What if I raced for you?
What? You do that for me?
Yes, but I can't race looking like this.
Well, there's a changing room up there. What am I saying? That's impossible. This is just something I need to do.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm just so impressed with this game. It has ways of just adding things that make the game even more interesting than it ever was. Oh, you can go higher. You have to charge it. Okay, I might be able to go back and get that figment I skipped. I forgot about that. I actually want to go back there. Alright, alright. Woo! Alright, y'all. This is taking a long time, so I might actually find a stopping point in this level.
Different race, same runner.
I am enjoying myself, though.
I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody's help. I can't need anybody's help.
Oh, what am I talking about? I got that figment already. Oh, sorry, I'm trolling.
Because I ask for help all the time.
I got it when I was going to the heart. I don't know, but this game kind of sus right now. All right. Ooh, how do we get that? Oh yeah, that didn't work in my favor. There we go. Wow. Okay, I forgot about the freaking levitation thing. Okay, that's probably really important that I forgot. So. So if I missed something, it's probably because I didn't take advantage of that. Alright, I don't see anything else I'm missing. I think we're doing good so far. What? I don't know. I can stop and you can get some rest. This music is pretty cool. Everything about this game is cool. Oh, I almost fell off. Did I just destroy them? I think I just destroyed them. I think I just made their day so much worse. Oh no. I didn't know that would actually work. But it did. Alright, so hopefully I'm not missing any more figments. I don't think I am. I think I'm doing okay. I think we're getting them. Yeah, because we're at 82. Uh-oh! Oh, I didn't know how close I was. Alright, alright. Winning. Help.
Then again, life is more of a relay race than a wind sprint. Sometimes you need to know when it's time to pass the baton.
All I have to do now is place a bet on hearts, and then take Heart's place in the race.
All right, hold on. We're gonna do this, but oh wait, no, never mind. I keep thinking I missed the figment, and I don't know why I keep telling myself that.
I'd like to make a bet.
Sure. Which runner suits you this evening?
I gotta follow my heart.
You never learn, do you?
This time for sure.
Okay, that's the last bet.
Oh my god.
Runners, to your starting gates. Heart's Content is in first place.
Wait, what? Oh! What? Oh my god, this is so cool. Ah! No! No! Oh, okay, we're fine.
Yep.
I'm a
Back to the tried and true with Heart's Content.
Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I can't touch it at all. I have to double jump.
Yep.
Woo! Baby!
And it's Heart's Content in first place. I don't believe this. A gazillion and one miracle, and you all got to see it. Even if you didn't win, you have to admit we're all winners here today.
Not me.
Oh, you're done.
Wow.
No more races today.
Sorry, we're broke after that race, which reminds me.
Don't forget to tip your nurses, you cheapskates.
Okay, that's kind of sus, all right? That's kind of sus, but, you know, we're not gonna question it.
I have $2 gazillion. Please put the third gazillion on my room tab.
Sir, we are offended that you would imply that we would allow mere double
P-coin
gazillionaires into the High Rollers Lounge.
I'm making progress, but it's time to wrap this up once and for all. Sasha and me are in danger while I'm here gambling.
Did we go in here? Records? I think Doom was actually 100%ing it. So like I rated him, but I couldn't watch it because I didn't want to see where everything was. But I think Doom was like finishing out 100% playthrough. No, he was doing Psychonauts 2. I thought it was the original, but it was actually Psychonauts 2. So I was like, oh no! But that must mean that it's a fun game to 100%, so I'm looking forward to it. Because Doom usually 100% games that are pretty decent.
Yep.
What is this? Is this the way of the doctor saying I don't really give a frick? Did you see how it said, where does it hurt?
What's that sound? I need the purse tag.
No! I don't have it? Where is it? Okay, I gotta remember to come back to you. But I don't know where the hell the purse tag is. Okay, some of these areas just don't have anything in it, and it makes me think I'm missing something. Okay, we definitely didn't come up in here. Oh. Oh. I see how it is, game. I see you. I see you.
First tag.
Dang, I love this game. Wait. Oh, like that. Okay, I was about to say, how do I get back? Hold on, I'm gonna go deliver that real quick. Deliver us! Sorry. Alright. What did I do? Do I go up? No. Do I go... Was it doctors only? No, it wasn't doctors only. Yeah. Yeah, records. It was the yellow? I think it's yellow. There you go. You said I love that musical. It's a movie I'm thinking of, right? Wait, no, it was this way. It was some like religious movie, but I love the music in it.
I hear something.
Oh, Prince of Egypt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't know why, but I thought that was like one of the coolest movies ever as a kid. And like the music is so good. Like it sticks with me. We all did. Fair. Wait, really? Awesome. I didn't know it would turn into a musical. Yeah, the music is really good in it. Okay. It's cut.
How did you two get in here?
We followed you. We thought it would be fun, but...
It's full of babies!
I mean, it is the maternity area.
Come on, looking for a little luck here.
We have to have a baby.
Or you could just, like, have a happy life together.
This is kind of sus, I won't lie.
Oops, looks like the house takes it this time.
This time? You mean every time?
Come on, Lovey, let's try another number. We have to win eventually.
Oh my god.
Well, this is obviously rigged, right? Adam? Lizzie?
Okay, he's got to
Guess they
realize
really
it's
don't
something
like
sus
babies.
as hell.
What are you waiting
Like,
for?
literally everybody disappeared.
My spiritual advisor told me I should avoid all primes.
No more bets. Let's spin that wheel.
I think I hear some emotional baggage now.
I do think I hear that. But did I get any other tags? I don't even remember getting any other tags.
And we have a winner. Looks like this time it's 00. 00 is the winner.
You know,
What
that's
a
interesting
lucky
that you
break
put
for
it
the
like that,
house.
Nicholas, because my
Well,
brother
if you
loves
didn't win,
music and like
now's
Disney
your chance
movies.
to fix that with
So like,
another bet.
that's probably his special interest too. I never thought of it like that.
If it comes. No. When it comes.
Who do I need to talk to about this roulette wheel?
Where's
Let's
the
try
emotional
it one
baggage
last
though?
Bet generously. When your child grows up, they'll ask how much you paid.
I feel like the even numbers are coming up more often than the odds.
Oh, I probably have
You
to.
don't wanna
Okay.
jinx it.
Hold your bets. The ball is in play.
Haven't hit the gazillion-dollar number yet?
Over the last
Oh,
couple of
this
years,
isn't
she's
about
gotten me
luck.
really into good
We're
number of
already
musicals. Prince of
so
Egypt,
rich,
Hadestown,
so
Hades
rich.
Town, all the
Yes,
Star
we
Kid
just want a
musicals.
child. More than anything
Yeah, my
in the
mom loves
world.
theater, so like I when I go to visit her, we watch some stuff.
I hate to say this out loud, but I have my suspicions regarding the
We saw Beauty and the Beast
last
last time, which is really cool. Don't give up. You're bound to get lucky. Eventually, the system is rigged. Maybe I could help unrig
This
it.
system is rigged. Maybe I could help unrig it.
Oh, if you could do that, you could have all the money.
Yes, we don't care about that.
Because we're so rich.
Yes, very wealthy, it's true, but poor in children.
Money doesn't make
Help us win a
happiness.
baby, and you,
At least
sir,
in this
can
case.
have the gazillion-dollar
Because in my
prize.
case, it really would.
And our eternal gratitude.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to
I
Beaver.
think we chose well.
I know you're not supposed to say this.
I can't seem to connect to that idea. Guess I need more practice.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, frick, it's all the way at the end? Rank 30. Really? Take no damage for a brief period when entering. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know, like, what to even upgrade. I mean, this would be cool. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Dang. Like, this could be useful, but we haven't used it a lot. Yeah, it does have a lot of backtracking. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to come back to that. Because I definitely am nowhere near upgrading that. Oh, that's how you get to that. Okay, yep, that's 100% backtracking. Alright, wow. They just threw that backtrack right in my eye.
Well, of course the whole system is rigged. But I mean, I'm just one person. What could I do about it?
We can unrig this game, but you gotta believe it's possible first.
I honestly don't know what I should upgrade. Recently, you know? I can't shoot it? I feel like I don't want to upgrade anything. Because if I upgrade something and then I feel like I realize I need something else, I'm fricked, you know? Oh, God. Mistakes were made. What? Oh, now I can do it. Oh, I see a tag. Well, at the very least. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, frick. I was not paying attention to that. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Oh, I see. I see. You guys are evil.
Yes, got the duffel bag tag.
All right, so we have the tag for it at least. I think that's that tag. So whenever we come back in the future, we should be able. Ow, my mom! No, not that. Not an eye sack. Ah! No! Oh, I thought I just fell. Okay. Okay, that was. I was almost gonna. That was really sad if I messed that up. Okay, you know what? After that experience, I kind of think I want to upgrade this melee thing, because getting an extra attack with your melee combo, that could be pretty useful. All of these kind of seem to be things that are cool, but like not necessary. You know what I mean? Like quality of life upgrades. Like gaining additional blasts before having to recharge. Cooldowns are shortened. Increases the devastation of the wrecking ball attacks. Can't take no damage for a brief period when entering clairvoyance. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. And then the damage duration increase. All of that sounds great. But I feel like this would actually help me right now. So I think I'm gonna actually do that. Because I don't want to have to rely so heavily on my psychic abilities just to kill enemies. So like if I can punch a bit more, that will give me some room to not have to worry about. Oh God. Okay, that was scary. Okay, we did it. All right, good. Wait a minute. How do I get that? I don't think I can get that the way I want to get that. Can I come back though? Can I come back to it? Ooh, I see. I see. I won't lie, I almost fell. Man, I love this game. It makes me feel so good for like experimenting and like pushing things or testing things out, if that makes sense. Ooh, there's another half a brain. How do I? Oh, I see. I see. What? Oh. Wow, okay. We're getting a lot of brain. Oh! Okay, nobody saw that. I didn't actually think that through, and we're not going to talk about it. Effective? Wait. No! Oh, I thought my balls got licked. Okay, we're good. Alright, we're good. What? Oh. My brain was having an issue there. My bad. Oh my god, I almost messed that up, didn't I? Wait, am I missing anything? Wait, what? Oh, okay.
How do we know we can change things unless we try?
And we have a winner! Looks like this time it's not 00? What?
We
won!
Well, I guess miracles do happen.
You're telling us.
Oh, we are so happy.
Aw.
Well, I'm dead.
Here, young man. I don't know what you did, but I'm a man of my word.
Okay, there better be a few more figments left somewhere.
We don't need it because...
You're rich?
Yes, but we don't like to talk about it.
Oh, look at our little jackpot. When does it start fulfilling all of our unachieved ambitions?
Right after we use its identity to hide our excess taxable income.
Bro.
Oh, it will be so nice to have a couple of spare kidneys around the house.
It's just a mental baby. It's just a mental baby.
Honestly, I'd have to tell myself that too. All right, so basically I'm hoping that there are like a few more figments in this high roller, because if not, I'm kind of screwed and I missed some and I don't know where the hell they are.
Sorry. The High Rollers Lounge only
Triple
is
gazillionaires, of course. I would belong to no lesser club. Now, let me in before I call my expensive lawyer.
Well then, please come in, sir, if you're willing to take the risk.
Figments?
Agent Forsyth, I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Aquato, I hope you're not trying to take credit for my brilliant idea for solving all the Psychonauts' financial problems.
Yes! I mean, no! I made some bad connections in your mind, and there was some sort of a bad idea chain reaction, and now...
Oh, the octopus! I knew we'd meet once again! Okay, but I don't see figments, so I'm kind of mad. Tentacles!
Who are you calling a bad idea? I am the sweetest of dreams, the spirit of unbeatable optimism. I am the ultimate victory of hope over mathematics. I am the Lady Luctopus, but you can call me Lucky.
You are my own creation. I command you to stop! It sounded so much cooler when Sasha said it.
It's time to see what the cards have in store for you. But don't worry, I'm a fair dealer. Although, I do like to keep a couple of jokers up my sleeve.
Can you believe we got carded? So embarrassing.
We can't get to our smelling salts. We can't leave her mind.
Don't let us die in here, man.
You know what happens when you die in someone's mind, right?
Carded.
If you die inside mind, you pee your pants.
Get ready to play. This could be your lucky day. But I wouldn't bet on it.
If only I could get to my yo-yo.
Weak. Soon I'll feed him to my beak.
Wait, that was just the cover.
That's not good. Unless, young man, don't you know it's... Pay no attention to that. But I assure you...
Wait, is that not working?
A bomb? Well, cheer up. Maybe you'll get a pair. Please don't look at that on the site. There are no holes on it.
This really isn't like you.
Pay no attention to that thing. It looks like a hole, but I assure you, it is not.
Oh, frick.
Please don't look at
That's not doing anything. Okay.
Ooh, you're in luck. This card comes with a free prize.
You're doing your best, mate, but time is of the essence.
There are no holes on it.
What can I do with that?
Why'd you draw that card? You must really like bombs.
All right, hold on. Can I pick up anything? Like,
Another bomb. Oh well, could always be worse.
Can you reach my yo-yo? No, probably not.
Pay no attention to that thing. It looks like a hole, but I assure you.
okay, that can't be what I gotta do.
Literally got no choice. Get it?
That's a
Can I shoot her?
Boy, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Looks like you're really out of luck there.
Rats, grab one of those balls.
Wait, what did he say? Oh, okay, yeah, I don't have the right. Oh, okay. I didn't think that was for a bob. Okay, my bad. My bad, folks.
Nice shot, Goober. All right, let's free the others together now.
No, you two get out of here before she cards you again. Try to wake up Ancient Foresight in the physical world.
You sure?
Yes, now beat it.
Kid's got some
Beat
spirit.
it.
I think he
Just
doesn't
beat
want us to
it.
see him cry.
I'm so sorry.
Come on.
That is the strat,
House always wins.
That is the strat, but that's also kind of sus.
I'm back. Back in action. How much did I lose? Doesn't matter. Still in the game, still in the game. No time to walk away. After all, I still have some valuable cards here.
Agent Forsyth, when my parents... Can it, Norma?
Can it?
Ooh, I need to cover up that blemish.
I'll admit,
I thought
the situation is not
but I
ideal.
think I should just card you like the rest. Looks like it's time for a
Now
fresh
to bomb
day.
that weak spot.
Oh, frick. Okay.
Rasputin, you can do this. But please do it quickly.
I need a bomb.
Please get away from there. My plastic surgeon said not to agitate that area for...
Wrong item.
Please don't hold your peace.
This card
Norma
just
against
says,
me.
send more calls.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's my friend right there.
It's about time.
Ah!
That was amazing, man. Now let's save the others.
We need
Honestly,
to get back to the suite
that's
and help
very
Sasha
accurate,
and Mia.
Nicholas.
But
Clean up the rest of your mess, okay?
Got me there, Norma.
No, you can't kick me out. This is my casino.
Dude, that's the strat right there.
Everything on red. I have a graduate. Hey. Oh, okay. That time I was just faking it. Right? Right. Hey, where'd everybody go? I still have you guys, right?
You got it, Chief.
On second thought, where's my shredder?
Rasputin, hurry.
Those are my two favorite kids.
Can't wait to scrapbook this experience later.
I feel like your streak is over. Code Blue, let's move it, people. Let's shock the system.
Oh my God. What's that gonna do? Oh, that. Oh, that. Okay.
That stuff's got a kick to it. Looks like it's time to settle down.
Hey, wait, are we stuck
This
in
town is
park?
prone to excess.
How long has this been going on?
Can you please throw a bomb? No! Frick.
Rats, remember, you have to save all of us, not just your
Well,
four
don't leave or
favorites.
go home, they say.
No! What the hell? No! Okay, I was about to say.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
That reminds me of a funny...
Dang, forgot it again.
Okay, you can actually borrow my board for a whole week for that shot. Woo!
You two go help the others. I just have one last thing to do.
Come on, I understand.
Like, aren't they so cute?
He doesn't want his friends to see him take a life.
I caused this mess, and now I'm going to finish it.
Yeah. I love both of them. Those are both my favorite right there.
I'm on a roll.
The outfits, everything is just really cool.
Go, shooter. Hit me.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Why? Why would you destroy me? Me, the answer to all your problems.
Yo, welcome back, Perectus.
Welcome back. Your problems.
This isn't good. This is bad! Wait, so are you trying to tell me that I really missed like 3 or 4 figments?
Who put this here? It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Tear it all down. Wait, what are you doing here? You can't see this.
Agent Forsyth, hold on. I can explain. This is all my fault. I used mental connection to change some things in your mind, to make some new connections. I didn't think...
You did what?
I'm sorry.
That explains everything. I knew I wasn't this stupid. I mean, I have a degree in mathematics, you know?
Oh my god.
I thought I was really losing it. But it turns out my only problem was you.
Oh.
Wait. I can explain. You're right. I knew it was wrong the second I did it.
Kill.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, I do want 100%, so I guess I'll be backtracking.
And very idea of what it means to
anyway,
be a
so
Psychonaut. I guess I'm not ready for this after all.
Seriously though, where did I miss them?
You don't need to do that.
You're right. I don't even have any stuff to pack. I'll just go.
No. Listen. You're right about violating trust. What you did was wrong. Very wrong. But, truth is, I pulled a similar stunt once.
Oh, I know.
Only the person whose brain I messed with, I couldn't put them right again. They had to call in the Psychonauts to undo what I did. That's when I met Truman Zanato. He taught me how to apply my powers in a responsible way. The Psychonauts. We're not here to change people's minds, Raz. Not here to fix people. We're here to help people fight their own demons. The ones they already have.
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
You're not at camp anymore, Raz. People could live or die on this mission. The mission!
That took a long time, so I think everyone else is dead.
Zip it and gather round, class.
Where did you...
Did you not hear the first thing I said about zipping it? Stand by for instructions.
Dang.
Shoehorn, dustpan, this is Teacup.
Agent Forsyth, where have you...
Shoehorn, I reversed the main fan. Let it push you back down the vent and then climb into the hatch labeled 375H. Then move forward and take 2 consecutive rights. You'll be able to drop down directly into the office from that spot.
Teacup?
Dustpan, tell the guards you're a contractor from Halifax Security. You're here to inspect the card shuffling machine. Your clearance code is 99853. I have the real inspector trapped in the 4th floor bathroom, so avoid that area.
Roger that, Teacup.
Shoehorn, I've disabled all side detectors and inhibitors, but it's only temporary, so be quick.
Check. I'm entering the office.
This is Dustpan. I'm sweeping the guards out of the area.
The key reader is operational.
Got a room number for us, Shoehorn?
Yes, it's the North Tower Penthouse, 3896. But can we get up there if the side detectors come back online?
I have an operative in position. You and Dustpan pull out and return to the pantry immediately. Did you catch that intel, Egg Beater?
Teacup, this is Egg Beater.
I'm in position and have a visual on the North Tower Penthouse.
All right. Time to make the omelet.
Roger. On the move.
Your classmates are on their way to offer support.
Are there...
Did you not hear that last part either?
Are there figments here, though? Or did I really just miss them? I may have just missed them. Freak! Nothing in here? Nothing? Okay.
I forgot to mention here, there doesn't seem to be any path to the North Tower from here.
I guess I'll just have to make one.
I got you, Raz. Just remember everything I taught you about rail grinding.
Rail grinding. Look, I know how to grind, lady. It's Ratchet and Clank!
Does this go all the way up to the penthouse? Up? Uh-oh.
This is legit Ratchet and Clank, though, seriously.
You know, up is more my thing, right?
Dang, alright. You didn't have to make me look so bad. What the? Okay, what the frick was that?
Thanks, Morris.
Hey, now we're even for that octopus thing.
No one's keeping score, Morris. Oh.
Wait, why can't I reach that? Okay.
I am. Don't worry. I got this.
No, wait, Norma, let me get off this. Thanks, Norma.
Anytime.
Sus individuals.
Uh-oh. More anti-side rules.
I handle them like I handle my booty eye. By shooting them.
Yep.
I don't know why my brain thought these were tubs at first.
Please report yourself.
Okay, never mind. I'm so sorry, y'all. That was a really high pitched. That was a really high pitched sound. I think this is supposed to be like gambling stuff, right? Looks like something you gamble in, but I thought it was a tub. Can I talk to y'all? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hopefully, I finish this soon. Wait, how do I like lock on again? There's a way to lock on, right? Ah, frick it. Oh, I see what they want you. Oh, I see. I see.
Illegal brain function.
No, no, my balls. Okay, so that is not how you do that. All right. No, I think it's how you do that, but I just messed it up. Okay. Okay.
Look, I can explain.
I think that about explains it.
I really have to get one of those.
Watch out!
Oh!
Egg beater, is the omelet ready to flip?
Hey, so what's at the end of this?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Figments? Yep. Figments? Any figment? No, it looks like I just missed all the figments. Frack! Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we made it. I was about to die. That was sus.
Power! Sam, what are you...
Of...
Oh, no.
I mean, I guess it's a strat. Oh no.
You're welcome.
Oh man. Hey, I mean, it worked.
Thanks, everybody. I felt a lot of psycho synergy there.
That's not a word.
Okay, that was pretty funny.
Get in. I'm sending you to the penthouse. Careful, Egg Beater. We have no idea what to expect up there.
I'm ready for anything. Except that.
What? What is it, Egg Beater?
I'm not sure, but I think it must be rotten caviar.
Ew.
Noted. Please continue.
Okay, so find the way into the penthouse. Investigate the penthouse. I guess this could be a good place to stop then.
Nick John Smith have a key to this hotel room in his pocket?
Yeah, and I think it's saying I straight up missed the figments.
Was he running a caviar smuggling?
Ew, dude. All right, y'all. I might stop here because Whip has some plans with a friend, so I don't want to be streaming while that's going on. But, that was a lot of fun. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's anything I can use. Oh, I don't have any. Okay, never mind. I have none. All right. But yeah, so in this time we got mental connection, and then we basically use that a lot, and then I guess this is gonna be like the final boss area. For that. Awesome, awesome, good stuff, good booty eye, good licking. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there. This game is awesome though.